Jai Hind everyone. So this is Dr. Avdhesh Gupta, Professor, Department of Information Technology, Ajay Kumar Garg, Engineering College. So this is second lecture of Human Computer Interface. In this lecture, we will discuss UI development and a design process. Okay. So in the first lecture, we have seen that different types of designs are there, and we have to conclude what the design want to say. So what does this design meaning? Because we have designed simple things, like for example, this is a requirement discovery, conceptual design, logical and physical design, design delivery. Okay, the user interface design process. But you can see that there are various symbols are there also. Like for example, if you are a software engineer and we have to identify the requirement for what purpose this product will be developed, or what is the capability of this project, what is the requirement of this project. So requirement, yes, obviously. So we have to design our icons, our images in such a way so that by seeing, by reading the icons, we itself know what does it want to say. The conceptual design, then logical design and physical design. Conceptual design, yes, everyone is able to design anything. If I want to ask that, are you able to design the map or the house design for 20 feet by 80 feet? Yes, very good. Just you keep a paper and just draw the line, the room, toilet, bathroom, etc. Design it very carefully. But when this design is basically implementing with some bricks or some cement, then what? Have you ever seen that the wall's thickness is 9 inch or 12 inch or 18 inch? No. In the designing time, you are not considering this thing. So in this video, in this lecture, so we will discuss about this type of design process. So conceptual design is what we thought. So the site map. The site map, initial prototype, review and refine. In conceptual design, just think about the design, draw the design. This is the initial prototype, review and refine it, and then logical and physical design. Then we have to make that this particular design will be implemented in our computer system. Then we have to design some UI, user interface and visual design, and then review and refine and usability testing, whether other users are able to understand your design or not. If you design a page, a screen, then ask from other user whether he is able to read the particular page or he is able to understand the basic requirement of the page. If you design a form, ask the user whether he is able to fill it very efficiently, very effectively within a minimum time or not. Generally, in today's time, we all are making Google form. We put any type of information in Google form and just throw on the WhatsApp group or some email. And we have asked that just fill this form. When you are filling the form, you are able to find that if I say that you need to enter your current address, current city of residence. So one is writing GZB, another is writing Ghaziabad, the full form. Another is make some mistake, so he is not writing the properly Ghaziabad. Some characters has skipped, so the spelling may be wrong. When it comes to you, how can you identify that this is the Ghaziabad? If you are sorting it, it's GZB comes later, Ghaziabad comes first, and where some characters are skipped, this is also there. But these all are residing in Ghaziabad. But the computer is not able to find that these all are residing in Ghaziabad. There are different types of cities, like GZB is another type of city. So we have to make sure that if I am asking to enter the city name, so we have to give a combo box. We have to give the option button. Choose this one. So whether the user is able to fill the particular form, or after filling the form you are able to analyze it properly, yes or no. If this is yes, then this is a good design. Then only you can design a good page, and this design can be delivered to the end user. Okay. So these are the 14 steps of user interface development. The first step is know your user or client. Who is your user? Suppose we have to design an inventory system, we have to design a payroll system, we have to design any type of software for a user. The user can be a boss of a company. The user can be an employee. User can be an accountant. User can be of any employee of at any rank of that company. So different types of user can be there, and the user have different types of knowledge. The one user is very sharp. He work as a supervisor, but he is capable to read anything. He is capable to identify. He is capable to read the images also. Storytelling. A small pictures is there, and he is able to read and make the story on that particular image. Another boss. I am the boss. I want to make sure that this product must have these type of features, or lots of features are there, so that any type of user can use this project. The complexity is bigger, but what the basic user want? The basic user, novice user want, I have to click on these 3 items, these are the operation, just give me that particular option, not more than that. If you are giving me more options, then I can be little bit confusing. Another intermediate user, yes, you can give me some options so that I can explore myself, I can explore the softwares. So different types of user have different types of functionality, different types of requirement. So first of all, you have to know what type of user is this, whether you are developing the software for its boss, for its manager, for its class 3 employee, class 4 employee, or any type of class of employee. Second is understand the business function. What is a business function? Business function is completely computerized, or it is something like that you need to generate the reports only, or the business function is just to, this is accounting purpose only. The business function is to just transfer the file from one computer to another computer. The business function is with the internet connectivity, with the network connectivity only. What type of business function is there? So that you have to design the software in that way. The third step is understand the principles of good screen design. This is very important, and we have to focus on this one also. In this subject, human computer interface, we have to design the good screen design, the principles of good screen design, and later on develop system menus and navigation schemes. System menus, there can be a vast menus, there are a large menu, there are many sub menus are there, because the boss of that company want that develop a system with these type of features, 100 types of features, 200 types of features. So whether you are able to design the software, yes, we are able to design the software, but what next? If the software, the boss is never using the software, he is generating the reports only. So design the process in such a way that the boss is interacting with the reports and the user part. If the user is interacting the particular application, particular task, then he is able to do that particular application only. That type of system is very good. But if you are providing a whole system to all, it becomes very complex and confusing. Okay. Select the proper kind of windows, the colors, the font. Select the proper device control, whether the particular screen or the system is by means of touch screen, by means of keyboard, by means of some touch pen, like that. For example, if I am using the tab key, so the tab key, if the tab is in first box of text box, then by pressing the tab key again, it will go through next tab only. So choose the proper, whether we are using joystick. Okay. Next is select the proper device based control, select the proper screen based control. Write clear text and messages, very clear. Provide effective feedback and guidance and assistance, help at every level. If I am not able to understand the particular meaning of anything, so you need to guide or you need to assist, you need to provide help. Provide effective internationalization and accessibility. Create meaningful graphics, icons, images. Choose the proper colors. Organize and lay out windows and pages. And then test, test and test again and again, so that the product, the screen, the application is more and more useful to any user. It can the meaning of test is to test it in a such a way so that deficiency can be removed. Okay. The user interface a design process. Different types of obstacle and pitfalls are there. Common usability problem, practical measures of usability, some objective measure of usability, and the design team. Like for example, this is a window. You can see that this is a Facebook window. In 2008, it looks like that, but in 2017, it looks like that. So whether we are able to design this 2017 in 2008, no. It takes a step. We have designed this particular Facebook application for a mobile users, this type. Later on, we have some modify the design and gives the user to this. So it takes time. We cannot provide, or we are not able to provide any application in the first time to the user. The user response is necessary. The feedback of the user is necessary. That's why beta version testing is done at different levels. Okay. So this particular design not comes in first scenario. We have to make ensure that each and every design has its advantages, have its features, but later on you cannot say that this particular design which comes in 2017 or today's has the feature of 2008, 2009, 2011 also. The feature which are obsolete will be removed and the new feature has been added. Okay. And this is a Windows screen. Windows 2000, Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows 11. So this is good. Yes, it is good. But what you have seen there? There are lots of icons, folders are there. Basically, good design require living in a sea of changes. Means what? We have designed a screen to put anything on the screen. But when the user is using the computer, laptop, many applications, many icons, maximum users are keeping the window like that. And then they are searching, where is my file, where is my file? Okay. So This is the user perspective. This is the user perspective. We have to design this in such a way so that we are not able to keep this as. See, Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows 11 has a second interface also. We are not using that particular interface. That is, do not allow you to keep any file or folder on the computer screen. But because of we are comfortable with this screen, we are comfortable with these bunch of icons and images and folders, we are happy with this. Software developer provides this also. Bill Gates says that if the user is able to manage this thing, why you are removing this? Provide this also. Making contact to ignore changes will never eliminate need for changes. Like for example, in MS Office, MS Word, there is an option track changes. If we click track changes, the another user wants to try the change anything in the document, it keep tracking the record of everything. This is very good. Just because of this is the feature of trigger, like for example, trigger in databases. This track changes in the MS Word also, or the other user changes in your Word document. Even if you made the best system, humanly possible, people will stick mail mistakes when using it. Maybe because the best system is there, but it is not user friendly. The user is not able to find what the screen want to say. Like for example, you have seen this. This particular desktop is provided to user just to keep some recent folders or recent images on the desktop. But few users keep all the files here. They said that these are all recent accessed files. But another user said that keep a folder, keep all the scattered file in this folder only. And this folder name is Tuesday, 3rd February or 10th January 2023. Okay. Designer need good tools. Good tools. For example, there are lots of programming languages are there. If we are saying that by using simple PHP and SQL, we can design a good screen, good website. No. JavaScript. Sometimes JavaScript will be in use. Recently, React.js is a powerful programming language in which we are designing some websites. So, some good tools, some latest programming, combinations of various programmings in a single applications can be there. Then only we can design a good system. You must have behavioral design goals like performance design goal, reports generations. Okay. So, this type of thing also should be there in applications. Obstacle and pitfall. What are the obstacles? What are the pitfalls in development, user interface design? Nobody ever gets it right for the first time. We cannot design the project in first time. I have designed the project in my best knowledge. When I produce the project to another person, he can give me some suggestion also. Based on suggestion, the project can be some modified or can be the change. Every system, the whole system can be changed. So, no system can be designed in first time. And the development is choke full of surprises. Maybe when we are designing a project. Okay. So, this is the algorithm. We have to work on this algorithm only because this is a CMM level 5 company. and you have to design according to the what the algorithm is given, what the steps is given. You need to design in this way only. When you are designing the software, then what will happen? If you are creative mind, thinking that this can be better done, this can be better designed in this way. So, or if you are designing the project in this way, the user said that the output of this will be this. Obviously, the output will be as per the written statement. But when you are designing, if you make a small mistake or a small change in code, it will give you surprising. So it means the development is choke full of surprises. Good design requires living in a sea of changes. Designer need good tools, performant design goals. The people make mistakes while using a good system also. These are some common pitfalls. No early analysis and design, the user need the expectation. Focus on user design using design features or component. No usability testing. No common design team vision, the poor communication. And now the 5 commandments. What are the 5 commandments? The first commandment is that the gain a complete understanding of user and their tasks. The complete understanding of user. What the user want to say. What the user want to do. A wide gap in the technical ability, the goals and attitude often exists between the user and developers. So you need to identify, you need to understand these things. A failure to understand the difference will doom a product or system to failure. So that's why the understanding of the user, understanding of their task is must. Solicit early and ongoing user involvement. Yes, obviously. Involving the user in the design process from the beginning to the last is very good. But if the user again and again want to ask to change everything, no, this is not, this is not, this is not, this is not. Or maybe later on he said that the second design is very good. So this is not good, but yes, the approval is must. Just ask the user to approve it with full confidence, or give me some suggestion in the sense of what is the problem is there. If the project is good, then it's good. If I am saying that yes, you need to modify it, you need to give suggestion how can we modify, it means you are not able to design it properly. Say that I have designed the project in my best knowledge. If you have any issue, kindly raise the issues so that I can design it your way. Okay. Perform rapid prototyping and testing. Design and just ask user to pass it. Modify and iterate the design as much as necessary. If the user asks to change the design little bit or quite bigger, then you can change it. Integrate the design of all system component. Okay. So these are the graphic design 10 design rules to be observed strictly. Now, this is the picture. If you are a good designer, good software engineer, then you can understand what this image want to say. I am not describing this particular image. You can just check what this image want to say. Like for example, dates, font size, capital, small, text boxes, seeing the password as an asterisk, or what is the character. If I forgot the password, I want to see my password. So whether it allow you to see the password or not. So this some graphical design, some design rules to be observed strictly. So this is UX versus usability, user experience versus usability. So usability is what? Effectiveness, efficiency, learnability, error prevention, memorability. And what is user experience? Satisfaction, enjoyment, pleasure, fun, and value. You are providing effectiveness, efficiency, and user says satisfying. Yes, this is good. Means this is in the designer perspective, and this is basically the user perspective. User testing. Some users said that this is a very good design. Usability testing. Can user use my app? If you are not putting your app to the user, and user say this is good design, will you use my project? Will you use my app? Yes or no? This depend on the user taste. So ask to that particular person who is basically the taste is related to your app. The common usability problem: ambiguous menus and icons. The languages that permit only single direction movement through a system. Complex linkage. Input and direct manipulation limits. Inadequate feedback. Lack of system anticipation. Inadequate error messages. These are common usability problems. Some irritating characters are also visual clutter, impaired information readability, incomprehensible component, annoying distraction, confusing navigation, inefficient operation, inefficient page scrolling, information overload. Basically, if we are the software developer, so we know everything. We have to avoid this type of thing. But when we design any screen, when you are developing any program, we can use these things. We can use some annoying distractions also. Sometimes it is good, sometimes it is not good. Sometimes we are using confusing, we know that this is confusing, but we are not able to find the proper solution for this. So this is some irritating. This is a design team. A design team can have several type of roles. Like a person is good in programming only. A person is good in designing part only. A person is good in documentation part. Can write anything about your process. A person is good to able for training purpose only. So the development, the human factor, visual design, usability, access, documentation, training, these are some roles like graphical user interface designer, UX manager, usability specialist, interaction designer, UI engineer, user researchers. So my team should be able to do all these tasks. Maybe a person can be especially in GUI designer and interaction designer also. So understanding how people interact with computer, characteristics of computer system, past and present, that have caused and are causing people problems. We will then look at the effect these problems have, why people have trouble with computers, response to poor design, people and their task, why people have trouble with computers. These three parameters will be checked here. Extensive technical knowledge but little behavioral knowledge. Suppose my parents are not able to deal with the computers. They just want to see, I want to click and this particular operation should be done immediately. So extensive technical knowledge but little behavioral training. With its extensive graphical capability, poorly designed interface, design inconsistency, some type of these mistakes are there. Psychological responses to poor design, like confusion. annoyance. There is a confusion that what type of screen you are giving to me. I think that by clicking on this icon, this type of work should be done. But when I click on this item, this work is not done. But we do not know. It redirect me to another page. This is not good. So whether it is a design problem or it is a psychological problem, it's problem of mine. Maybe there is some computer, some Windows computer, some mobiles also who perform not good, who perform slowly. When we click on this button, we have to wait until it's act something. So we may be annoying. Also, if we design anything, we are understanding what does it want to say, what does it meaning, but we are not able to find the proper meaning. Then we may be not using the system later on. Frustration, overburdens of annoyance, means this project is very good, I have to use it. Without using the project, I am not able to do anything. So we have to use it in all manner. Like for example, there are lots of applications are there, and we are using the applications, but due to some problem, we are not using this application for a good time, due to some design problem, due to if I click on the, like for example, if I am taking an example, live example of Woot application. If you install a Woot application on your TV, any TV or smart TV, so it create a problem. It automatically goes shut down, it automatically crashes. There are lots of problems there. But what is there? Again and again, I have to use the Woot just because of the program, the film or the movie is available on Woot only. I am frustrated, but rather than I am using the Woot application. I have also written application or written some message to their Woot platform, Woot authority, but they are not resolving the problem. Maybe they said that on your platform it creates some problem, but I have used it on several platforms. It again, they say that these TVs have some Chinese operating system, so that's why it create a problem. But it works on some Indian platforms. So this is not the solution. Okay, so this is some poor designs. Okay, so these are some theory. So these are important human characteristics in design: perception, similarity, proximity, successiveness, closure, continuity. These are some human characteristics in design. Okay, so what we studied in this video lecture, that what is UI design and how the basic problem in what are the basic problem in UI development, how can we remove these basic problems with some methods or with some applications. So in later video, in later discussion, we will see that what is the design process and how can we design a good page or good application software. Okay, till then, thank you very much.